Oh yeah, playing Pop Warner, like I always play fullback. So we would switch, like me and my one of my closest friends. We would switch between fullback and running back. So I love like lead blocking and going to just hit somebody and help my teammate, help my brother score. So that's kind of what I got in my mind when I saw the lineman trying to tackle Ritzy. And yeah.
Sometimes you see returns like that. A defensive player who doesn't know how to block will have the helmet on the wrong side. Everything you did was kind of textbook in that situation. How much fun was it to watch that in the film?
Nah, it was fun. I knew as soon as I had hit him and he had fell, I knew Ritzy was gone. So it was definitely a great feeling.
He gave you a big assist on that, by the way.
Yeah.
And you were blitzing on the play, right?
Yes, sir.
Take us through how much energy. Obviously, Jabari had the tank to make it the whole way, but like, take us through it from your vantage point, like what you were doing and then what you ended up doing.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I was on a puncture, and I saw him throw the ball, and I got my hands up. I almost tipped it, but I was on the blitz. I got my hands up, and I saw Jabari tip it. I see him catch it. I see him running. I'm like, oh, he's about to get tackled by the quarterback. Then he broke that tackle, and I was like, oh, hold on, I gotta speed up, go catch up, so I can make sure he take that thing to the crib. So that was pretty much the process.
You got a helmet sticker for that, right?
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah.
You're not getting it for that.
Yeah.
Amare, you seemed pretty fired up for this one. I mean, you had that sack early through the VA.
Yeah.
I mean, like, did you know a lot of people on the Virginia team?
Yeah, I knew a couple guys, a couple receivers, a lineman, Cole Serber. I played against him in high school since like my freshman year, and we had played in Little League, and I knew a couple other guys. Andre Green, obviously, he transferred, but I know a couple guys.
With Ruck being back, I mean, from your perspective as a linebacker, do things just seem easier for you as a defense when you have a record like that on the defensive line back and healthy?
Yeah, for sure. Ruck is an amazing player. He's been banged up, obviously, with the injuries, but to see him fully back out there, it was a great thing to see. I mean, the whole defense felt his presence there, and it was a great thing to see.
Mark, for you guys, of course, the 10 sacks the other day, what do you think allowed for you guys to, I guess, kind of, Jeff Collins was saying, let loose, that was the terminology he used. What do you think allowed for you guys to kind of do that against Virginia and kind of get back to, that run?
Just, I feel like discipline in our rushing and just discipline in our assignments and trusting each other, like just getting those reps and just trusting each other, like handling adversity. When things might not go the way we want, we got to still trust each other and do our jobs. And when everyone does their jobs and has that focus, then the product of Saturday is what we will do.
And then what, from your vantage point, what's kind of the overall, I guess, mood and practice as far as, okay, you got a win for the first time in a while, trying to sustain that and keep that, consistent. What has the approach been like so far this week in regards to that?
Yeah, it's the same approach. We're hungry. Like, every week is different, so we got to bring that same intensity, put out that same performance, even better performance than this previous Saturday. We just got to keep building, keep being consistent.
Coach Collins told us yesterday that they showed you guys defense, a video clip of your high school clips on Friday.
Yeah.
And he said he wanted you guys to see it and see how loose and free you played in high school, and how your dominant mindset in high school. How much did that kind of help?
No,
Seeing
yeah.
that and just sort of
Yeah.
loosen it a little bit.
It definitely was a good thing, great vibe type of thing. Like, we all got to see each other make big plays in high school. It was just a great vibe. Like, it was a great time. We all like laughed and enjoyed it. It was amazing. Yeah.
What clips of yours did they show?
What they show? They show this clip where I got counter back to the boundary, and I like stick this kid real bad, and I got up and I was flexing and stuff. But yeah.
Pretty good reaction or something?
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, it was good.
A lot of guys, when they talk about breaking into a new level of football, be it college or pros, they talk about that moment when the game slows down for them.
Yeah.
How would you describe that process of the game slowing down for you, and when was sort of the moment when it all clicked?
Yeah, I feel like after the Minnesota game, I feel like the game has slowed down for me. Going back to last year, that was my first start, my full game in that West Virginia game. So everything was moving a little fast, but probably after the Minnesota game, I feel like the game has slowed down for me. I'm able to recognize more formations from my game reps, so that's pretty much when.
Coach Collins also just talked about kind of scaling back the defense and redoing the day one install
Yeah.
open week. What exactly were you guys doing in practice, and how do you feel like
Yeah.
that helped?
I just feel like he had showed us clips of us doing certain stuff in camp, and he's showing us the product of what we can do since we did it in camp, and just that reiteration of that we can do this consistently and just going out there and executing the same plays, doing it over and over, the different looks, and just getting the reps of that, whatever the pressure is called or whatever call it is.
Amare, listen.
No, you're good.
Do you have a follow-up?
I'll go really quick. I mean, I guess just for you, like, what were some of the things that maybe you felt you needed a refresh on from that initial install?
Yeah, just certain fits, and more so like what everybody else is doing. Like as a player, it's always good to know your job, obviously, but like once you know where other people are going, then you understand the whole play itself like fully. So you know everything. Like if something went wrong, we know what happened, who wasn't in their gap, or what didn't happen in that play. So, yeah.
Amare, listening to you guys last week coming out of the bye, and then the other day up at UVA, like Rucker was talking about it again. It sounds like you all came out of the bye thinking, let's run the table for the rest of the regular season. Like, what do you think gives you the belief that can be accomplished? Because I mean, that would be winning out. Obviously.
Yeah, I feel like we have that belief because even in the games we lost, we competed, and we feel like it's just those few plays that we didn't make that we should have made, or we could have did different, we should have did different, that we needed to change. And that's what I feel like was the biggest belief. And we have the talent. We all have faith in each other. We have amazing players on the front, on the back, everywhere, on our defense, and we have an amazing staff. So just the consistency within each other and trusting each other and building that is where I feel like that belief comes from, like seeing us do it in camp or in certain moments in games. It's just about consistency at this point.
And how did Saturday, because obviously Saturday I would say was your most complete game as a team.
Yeah.
How do you think Saturday maybe added to that belief?
Yeah, it definitely added a lot. We see what we can do when we all execute and we all trust each other and we're all being disciplined in our responsibilities. So that's definitely adding a boost to the rest of the season. We feel like we can put that display on every Saturday or better. So that's where that belief is coming from.
I'll just one more kind of as we're nearing towards like the end of the season. Just how do you feel like you've developed as a player this season, especially in terms of just kind of coming out from like your playing the club and things like that? Just how are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. Bye week was needed. My body had felt it's different not playing a whole lot last year and then playing a consistent amount of snaps during the season. But the bye week definitely helped, and I feel like I've been progressing better throughout the season. Just my mental reps and just overall just being a student of the game and just seeing certain plays. I feel like little things I need to work on, but I do that throughout practice every week.
What was the team meeting like on Sunday? Because Mac had told us yesterday that obviously the vibes were high.
Yeah.
It was great watching the highlights.
Yeah.
You know, like just what was the feeling like?
Yeah.
You know, coming off of a win.
Yeah. Yeah, it was great. Everybody smiling. You know, nothing's better than a win. Like, no matter how we win, if it's a blowout or a close win, like, nothing's better than that feeling of a win. And to be able to finally get that win that we've been searching for the last couple of weeks was definitely a great feeling.
All right.